It's nice to look at when it comes out like that.
So you've got a 15-degree smoke max. The ELYTE standard model is going to be a replacement for that one.
Okay.
This was a really popular fairway wood, and we tried to make some subtle improvements, and we did it. If you look at the sole, we added what we call a step sole design. So you can see that leading edge sits quite a bit lower than the back of the sole, and we're finding that players are way more able to get the leading edge under the ball, strike it higher on the face to launch it higher. There's the 15-degree right there.
Gotcha. I've really enjoyed the smoke one, so it'll be interesting to see. That's more like it.
Nice and straight.
It's nice to look at when it comes out like that.
With the height you're getting, you wouldn't need to look at the HL version.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to stay with the 15
It's
degrees.
tall enough. Nice sound out of it too.
No skid ones, they are spinning high 3000s to low 4000s, which proper spin rate to make a 3-wood land to where it rolls out a little bit, just a little bit less than what you're seeing right now. You're going to carry it a long way with that trajectory, but it's going to kind of land soft. So 3-woods are not quite like drivers for everyone. A driver, almost everyone's looking to hit it as far as they can get it to go, which includes some roll. Some players hit 3-wood into par 5s and 2, and they want it to kind of land soft. Others hit 3-woods off of tees, and they want it to almost look like a second driver that stays down and rolls out off the tee. Whoever doesn't want either of those situations wants it to do both. They want it to go high off the ground and low off the tee.
I like to hit it off tee where drivers obviously too much, and I kind of don't mind it landing soft because
Okay, so you're pretty close to a good spot there. It tends to spin lower off of a tee than it does off of a tight lie like you're hitting. But you still might want to play with a slightly flatter trajectory, and it will still be high enough off the ground, and then be a little stronger off the tee. And all you would really need to do, if that's the model that we stick with, is de-loft it 1 degree.
Okay.
So the 3-woods have the adjustability like the drivers. And that's before trying the triple diamond. The triple diamond tends to be a little lower spin model, and it may spin the right amount without needing to de-loft it. So we ought to take a few swings with that one too.
Yank that one.
So that's more of the flight you want for total distance. You just, with
just
that
a bit
head
lower.
to do it, you have to kind of turn it over.
Right.
Where if we de-loft it, those shots that have the slight fade to them might fly that trajectory on the fade. Okay, here's the triple. I'll adjust that one down. We'll try it again after you hit the triple.
What, are you going to try a degree lower?
I'm going to try a degree lower on the standard ELYTE.
Yep.
Triple diamond, I left it at 15 here to start. We'll see what kind of shot shape and spin you get here.
Better. That's quite high, that one.
Yeah.
It's coming out tighter, but higher.
Way higher.
Yeah.
So that one launched straight up in the air and had 3,500 RPMs of spin, which is the spin rate that you want to see on a 3-wood.
Great. We're heading down the right path.
That's kind of what I've been seeing with the sole shaped like that. And there's a bunch of tungsten, real heavy metal.
On this end?
Right on the leading edge where that step sole design is. And that helps get the center of gravity low and forward, and you get under the ball easier because of that too.
That's quite a new, is that quite a new thing? I don't see a lot of that.
It's pretty new. We learned, we had a club about 4 years ago that we took some features of a fairway wood, took some features of a hybrid, and we made one club.
Yeah.
And we called it a utility wood.
Yeah.
And it was bigger than a hybrid, so we did that same style of feature on that hybrid. And it became a real popular club. And then we learned that one of the things that players really liked about it was you get under the ball while trying to fade it, you get under the ball while trying to draw it.
Yeah, okay, it's more forgiving.
That sort of step sole feature made it have some benefits to better players, or benefits to all players. And then we've incorporated that into this new line of fairways. And for whatever reason, you're launching this triple diamond way better.
Right.
Like, it's not spinning higher, it's just taking off higher. And just like we learned with the drivers, if you launch it higher and don't spin it higher, you're going to hit it a little farther.
What's the attack angle like on it?
Your attack angle is good for a fairway wood here. You're 2 to 3 degrees down.
Right. And is it Still coming down.
Yeah, still
softish.
because it's launched way up in the air. It's coming down soft enough to where you could hit it into some par 5 shots. Yeah, looks good. You're hitting these like 260 to 265.
Okay. Consistently?
Yeah, and that's total. They're carrying 240 to 250.
I guess that's what you want, really, isn't it? Like if what
you're 290 to 300 with the driver, 260 to 270 with the 3-wood's good.
Okay. Let me hit one more. See what. I like the feeling of this one. Well, it pops off.
Yeah,
nicely.
this one looks like it's a little better fit for you than the standard model. Launching higher and spinning the same.
Pretty similar, that one?
Nice and straight. I've got the hybrid here too, if you're a hybrid guy, or a 5-wood.
I usually do 5.
Yeah.
For that in between. Actually, as a matter of interest, can I see what the 5 goes?
Yeah. There's the triple that matches the 3-wood you were hitting nice.
I love the way they're becoming like more advanced, but still look classic. Like everything.
A lot of technology in
you
a
go under
traditional
here
shape.
and it's all like cool and 2025, but actually it's like nice and old school to look down at. It wasn't terrible, it spun a bit, but...
Yeah, that was a little low on the face, open as well.
Yeah.
Which that's about as high as you're gonna spin it. That was 5,000.
Let's get out of there.
And that's okay.
Let's get out of that world. There we go.
That's the one we wanna look at, launch and spin, to know that a 5-wood's a good option for you or not. Which you wanna see somewhere in the mid 4s, 4,200 there.
There you go.
In the 240s. For distance.
45 balls P.
Yep. If you get way higher spin than that, it starts ballooning, which does 2 things that players don't like. It makes it hard to hit if there's wind. Doesn't matter what direction it is. If you're downwind, it goes too far. If it's into the wind, it goes nowhere, and it's just hard to gauge that if the spin is too high. And then even if you're hitting inside of a dome, there's no wind, and you spin it off the charts high, you're hitting it higher and shorter.
Yeah.
So. Okay, now on to the fairway woods. We saw good results testing out the Elite line as well.
Yeah.
As good as the driver was, we kind of start with the matching model, which is what most players do if they find a driver they like. That hand me the matching 3-wood, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And see if it works good there too. You hit it nice. The standard and the Elite X fairways, they came out nice and straight. They launched a little low, spun a little high, left a little bit to be desired out of the 3-wood. So we would go on to the triple diamond. And I've seen this a lot now with the triple diamond. You got under the ball, it seemed like a little bit easier with the step sole design of the triple diamond. So you launched it in a higher window and you didn't spin it any higher. So same story as the drivers where you're trying to change the launch and spin to get more efficient. That took place with the triple diamond. Your launch angles came up to like 11 instead of 9.
And I wasn't trying to work it.
Yeah, and that's what I've seen a lot with this year's line. And you're hitting off of a tight lie here, which is easy to hit a thin shot with a fairway wood. You're getting that leading edge right under the ball, striking it higher on the face, which is where the launch angle's, coming up higher because of that. And then the spin rate's real low, particularly with the triple diamond, slightly lower spin, but with the higher launch, you carried it a little farther than the standard and the X models. Yeah. And it still came down soft. And you're the type of player with the 3-wood that wants the 3-wood to be kind of multi-purpose. You want to hit it off the ground, hit it high, land it soft, and you want to hit it off the tee, hit it far and roll it out a little bit there. Exactly. And that's exactly what the triple diamond did.
Exactly.